Okay, as I was saying, on your level 2, it can be a little bit more cumbersome, but as you learn how to pack, you learn how to compress, save space, still be able to carry everything that you need. Your level 3 kit is by far the most functional. Again, can be cumbersome because it is larger. However, you'll have everything you will possibly need in any first aid situation that you may encounter. Basically, it's an EMT type kit. Several items you may need specific training and courses completed. You'll know how to use. You can still carry the items, but without the knowledge and skill, you may do more harm than good. So again, I encourage everyone to take available courses from Red Cross, hospitals, survival schools, wherever you can find them, and get the basic skills needed. The better prepared you are for any situation, the better chance of survival for yourself or somebody else. Especially if you're going to be taking camping trips or hiking trips or whatever into extremely remote areas. You may be miles and miles and days from any medical facilities. Most of your parks nowadays have rangers and first aid stations and everything that are readily available. However, it doesn't do anybody any good if you're out like a light and unconscious somewhere on trail or off trail. Carry what you need. I can't stress that enough. Your level 3 basically has everything that was included in 1 and 2. And as I stated, it's just a little bit larger, a little more functional. Your level 3 would have things like your shock treatment supplies, poisoning kits, snake bite kits, cold packs, a good majority of them would probably carry Benadryl tablets and elixir, a tracheotomy kit, IV solutions, massive bleeding kits, suture kits, diabetic insulin kits, several other items that might be needed for more complex emergencies. Basically geared toward like head traumas, broken bones, severe punctures. Those are the usual situations where this kit would be used. Animal attacks, deadfalls, like, anything that would cause punctures, broken legs, arms, severe burns, severe falls, things of that nature. That's what this kit is geared toward. Again, a lot of that stuff you're probably going to need to have the skills needed to be able to use it. Your basic first aid course will cover a lot of that. The more advanced courses, when you get into your traumas and things like that, I mean, they're phenomenal as far as giving you the skill that you need to perform any of these functions. The average Joe out on trail is not going to have to give a tracheotomy if one is needed. I mean, like I said, you may do more harm than you would good, and a good majority of that time you either end up causing a life or a lawsuit. So get the skill, use your knowledge. Common sense can go an awful long ways. especially when venturing into your remote areas. I mean, I can't stress that enough. I mean, I've been on trail, and just as an example, even up here, as part of the Appalachian Trail, we have what's called the 100-mile wilderness, and it is exactly that. 100 miles of nothing, and I mean absolutely nothing, but wilderness. And if you find yourself stranded out there, injured, or somebody else, you need to have what you need. It's going to make the difference in them surviving or not. Even the smallest of things, a small puncture wound can gain infection and everything else and cause great problems further down. So, take the courses, look around. I mean, check your Red Cross, check your hospitals. If you have survival schools or camps or anything like that that's in your area, see what they offer. There may be a small charge involved. A lot of these places offer free courses. Take them. You know, I'd rather spend an hour to 2 hours, 3 hours of my time and learn the basic skills needed and know that I have them than just to go out there blindly. In general, if I'm in a group pack, we have a system that has been devised several times that we've used. But in general, most of your backpackers aren't able to, nor equipped to carry this type of a kit. I find that if we're trekking in a group, one individual is usually responsible for carrying that kit. You take and weigh the risks. It's kind of foolish to have one person carrying the kit, because if they end up being the one that gets injured or takes a fall or whatever, your kit is gone. But you have to outweigh the risks. So their primary purpose in packing is just for that alone, to carry the first aid and medical supplies. They'll have the lightest gear and the least amount to carry, which renders them able to move faster and get to the situation should it be needed immediately. So you probably devise your own system. You'll still have your individual kits anyways. But as far as something like a level 3 on an extended stay, appoint one person. That is their sole purpose, is to carry that bag. You kind of do a little trade-off as you go. I mean, if so-and-so is carrying bag on day 1, then day 2 somebody else will carry it. And you alternate. That way not everybody's having the burden of carrying somebody's gear constantly. The rotation of carriers works well. I mean, the remaining party members kind of pick up the slack and carry the gear of the one that's carrying the medical bag. And again, the whole point in that is they have less weight, can move a lot faster if they have to, and can get to the situation and start remedying the first aid. Again, this is not an industry standard. This is just my preferred method, and I found that it works really well. And it may not be agreeable to others, but that's fine. I mean, you'll develop your own system. I mean, I know what works for me, and you'll have to determine your own style and choice. Bottom line, though, is always carry some form of a first aid kit. Always.